Hey everybody, this is Modern Refugee. Today I'm going to share with you guys my mom's favorite and best bread and butter pickle recipe. And it came out of the old Kerr canning books, and I still got a Kerr canning book here where I can share that recipe with you guys. And I remember my mom and grandmother making huge batches of this, sometimes double batches when the cucumbers were coming in midsummer. And we would spend all day slicing these and making these. But it is a really simple recipe, and it's really easy to follow. And it's a good beginning recipe if people haven't done any canning before and you want to start doing pickle recipes. This is a great one to start with. And I have done a few modifications over the years on this one, and I have several bread and butter pickle recipes myself, but this one here is always the favorite and the most nostalgic for me. So I'll go over a few of the variations, and I'll read the recipe out of the book here for you guys. I'm going to show you guys how to make this. Alright guys, this is a recipe as it's written in the cookbook. And the official name of this is Kerr's Crispy Bread and Butter Pickles. And the ingredients is 8 pounds of pickling cucumbers, 8 cups of thinly sliced onions, approximately 3 pounds, 2 large red bell peppers. Now I will substitute whatever peppers I have. You can use green bell peppers, you can use the sweet Hungarian yellow peppers, and you can even use jalapeños. I like using some jalapeños in it to give it a little bit of heat. And we got a half a cup of pickling salt, 5 cups of white vinegar, 5 cups of sugar, 5 tablespoons of mustard seed, and 1 teaspoon of turmeric. And it says thoroughly wash cucumbers and remove 1/16 of an inch from the blossom end. Slice in 1/4 inch slices. Wash, cut peppers in half. Remove seeds, chop into half-inch pieces. Combine cucumbers, peppers, onions, and pickling salt. Let stand for 3 hours. Drain well in a very large saucepan, at least 10 quarts. Combine your vinegar, sugar, mustard seed, turmeric. Bring to a boil. Drain cucumber mixture, heat thoroughly but do not boil, and immediately fill into hot pint jars, leaving a half-inch headspace. Carefully run a non-metallic utensil down inside the jars to remove any trapped air bubbles. Wipe jar tops and threads clean. Place hot lids on jars. Apply screw bands and process in a hot water bath canner for 10 minutes. Yield is approximately 14 pints. And I actually halved the recipe because that's how many cucumbers I had here. And this is my cucumber mixture that had the salt on, and I have drained this. So this is actually ready to go once my vinegar and sugar mixture is mixed up. Now it says 3 hours ahead of time. Mom would usually let this sit at least 3 hours, or sometimes they would even do it in the evening, and then they would start pickling first thing in the morning, and that's actually what I'm doing. Got my clean and sterilized jars. They're sort of ready to go, and we're going to get the ingredients in the sauce pot here. We're going to get the cucumbers and the onions and the peppers in there to heat up so we can get canning this. This is my vinegar, sugar, turmeric, and mustard seed mixture. We're going to bring this up to a boil, and once this is boiling, we're going to add in our cucumber mixture, and then we're going to heat that through so we can get it in the jars. The vinegar mixture was up to a boil, so we added in our cucumbers that have been salted and have been drained. And we're going to bring this up to temperature. We're going to get this hot, but we're not going to bring it all the way up to a boil. Then I'm going to take my 2-cup measure here, and we're going to scoop that out, and we're going to get it into our jars, see if I have the same heat tolerance that the old-timers always had in their hands. Man, they always did everything without any gloves or any type of protection on their hands. Just made them tougher, I guess. But anyway, when this is heated up here, we're going to get it in the jars, and then we're going to get it in the hot water bath canner. One other thing that I want to mention here while I'm doing this, letting this come up to temperature, is just want to mention the bright colors here. Whenever you're canning and making stuff that you grew yourselves, the color is always just off the charts compared to anything that you're going to buy in the store. And it's just another part of the personal satisfaction that you get when you grow this stuff and you can it and process it yourself. We have our 6 pints in there, and we're going to bring this up to a good rolling boil, and then we're going to cover it up and we're going to start our timer for 10 minutes. There are the results back there. I got 6 pints plus enough for my lunch out of that particular half batch that I did. It's just a real simple canning recipe. It's a great beginning recipe. If you've never done any canning before, this is a good one to start on. I let those guys go for a full 10 minutes on a rolling boil and then just shut the stove off, let them come down to temperature so I could take them out, and every one of them was sealed before I even had them out of the canner. But this is my mom's best and favorite bread and butter pickle recipe out of the old Kerr canning book here. This canning book is dated 1996, if anybody wants to know, so it's over 25 years old. But just doing a whole canning recipe here today that brings back a lot of memories for me. It was one of our biggest canning projects in the summertime back when I was a kid. But anyway, it's Modern Refugee. Appreciate all my subscribers out there. Hope you guys got a little information, a little entertainment, another recipe for your toolbox out of this video here today, and you guys have a good one.